When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his future shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table!
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
McIntyre said earlier, this is not going to be a classic. This is not going to be cinema. This is going to be mutually assured destruction. This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match, and here we go.
Oh, a soul-crushing splash.
Ascending the ropes. And he's looking for it again from the top.
Oh, God. We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped. Back and forth we go. Oh! This is more like a barroom brawl between these two. No end in sight to this exchange.
Neither competitor is backing down. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
This is a situation you want to avoid.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place, and it's the devil Punk needs to tap into. He wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell.
You gotta think about this. Drew McIntyre has never won inside Hell in a Cell. Punk has. That's going to be adding even more to this match for Drew tonight.
Yeah, McIntyre's been successful in unleashing all of his mind games on Punk leading up to this point. But is that something clouding his own vision? It all began last November. With a return of CM Punk from way up, diving double axe handle.
This crowd is learning, along with Drew McIntyre, that the inside of CM Punk's head is a scary, scary place.
Vicious, but it was being held back with each of those strikes. Climbing to the top. What's he have in store?
CM Punk! CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
CM Punk in full control. There's the left. GTS.
Drew is completely out of it.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Looking to adjust some features on their opponent with that wrench. Good reflexes from him there. This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic. That is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure. Moving into the ring.
Whoa, what an axe handle.
And McIntyre on the receiving end. About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. He makes the choice to abandon the hold. And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. And he comes in under the ropes now. And let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship, including at WrestleMania.
An eye for an eye, Punk would say. Just karma for McIntyre, who injured Punk, costing him an opportunity at WrestleMania.
Drew's own wife has become second best in his heart. That is how deep Drew's hatred for CM Punk runs.
Intense look in the eyes as he calculates his next strike.
Ooh, and fights back. Drew managing to get some control back now.
That could be the torch that lights the fire under McIntyre.
McIntyre reverses and looks to capitalize.
Finds the advantage after a string of counters.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Punk's finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
Bang! What a punch. Double underhook. Future shot DDT. Taking advantage of the opportunity. He got the shoulder up in time.
This is where great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match. Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because, for one of these men, there might not be.
Oh, and he gets discarded out of the ring.
Like a Terminator, McIntyre's eyes are seeing red.
Under the ropes and back into the ring. Ouch.
McIntyre a step ahead there.
These two are finding an answer for everything.
Clubbing blows.
Well, start the count. We know exactly what McIntyre's aiming for here.
McIntyre gets met with a response.
Forced into the corner and needs to stay on the defensive. Now opponent drop with a clothesline.
We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl. Stopped cold with a fist right in the face.
Oh, he saw it coming.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And boom!
GTS.
The lights are dimming for McIntyre.
Gets the reversal. What a counter.
Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation.
Fighting out. Hammered away with punch.
Connects.
He's going for the pin. And he's still in the game.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
And where McIntyre goes from here is unknown. Drew is accustomed to putting out so many men with that maneuver.
This is not wrestling.
The Scottish Warrior looking for something sinister, something impactful, perhaps the end of this match. Drew has them hoisted up from the second rope.
White noise!
I think that's it. That must be it. McIntyre broken CM Punk.
Here is your winner.
This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history being settled inside this 20-foot-high steel structure.
This is the inside cradle.
Oh, look at this small package!
Have to put in a little more work than that.
Nicely done, managing to save themselves there.
We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure? You ask guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels who had the longest ever Hell in a Cell match in over 47 minutes. Will Punk and McIntyre go longer than that tonight? CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This isn't about a win. This is about mutually assured destruction.
Retrieving a wrench from underneath the ring.
Body slam slipped out.
Reversed into an inverted DDT.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business, and CM Punk had no business being back in WWE, the company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight, in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre. Offense like that is why Drew McIntyre is a game changer.
We've called Drew McIntyre a lot of things over the years, but tonight Punk has brought out the psychopath in him. Sit out powerbomb.
Shoulders down, pinning predicament.
Trying to wrap up this match fast.
Emotions running high, and this is the pain Punk promised to deliver onto McIntyre.
From the top, crash landing.
Oh, the physicality on display there, unbelievable.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics.
Flying, diving, double axe handle.
Oh, smacked with the wrench. Boom. Boom.
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Oh, come on. This has gone way too far. Just stop this already. Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this.
Powerbomb.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk McIntyre managed to get.
On a table, the WWE Universe is going wild. Power slam incoming, no. Countered into an inverted DDT.
Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow, because for Punk, there may not be.
And the same goes for McIntyre.
You're absolutely right.
McIntyre said, Punk, you think you're supernatural, but you are nothing but a man.
Holding nothing back, striking over and over again. There has to be permanent damage being done right now.
This fight go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure.
Up high!
From the top with the splash.
Drew anticipated that one. Oh, man!
Devastating kick.
Oh,
Kick lands. Ooh, big kick.
boom! Put everything behind that kick.
And we just saw some serious offense.
He's getting back to his feet, but is there fight left?
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Go to sleep!
Can that finish McIntyre?
CM Punk hoists his opponent.
The go to sleep GTS from Punk.
Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also...
Trying armbar. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Trying armbar. Hey, wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Bam! Just beat down with that wrench. And now McIntyre is being neutralized.
Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys. This is just turning into a savage display of...
It's about to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here.
You know he's got something big planned for him now. CM Punk connects with a Uranagi and
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here. Oh, watch out. There's a seat for your face. This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action. Looks like the road crew left some tools under the ring, and it's going to get used again.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saints, and he's...
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
And remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
We're the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away. No!
McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh, God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner,
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.